UFC 304 just ended. Edwards versus Muhammad rematch, and it ended like nobody really expected, besides really Bilal Muhammad, Khabib, and all of his training partners. They all kind of predicted this would happen, and we're all just sitting here shocked that it actually came through. Bilal went out there, dominated round 1, dominated round 2, dominated round 4, and almost dominated round 5 and lost round number 3. And he out-wrestled Leon Edwards, which we thought he would, landed like 9 or 10 takedowns throughout the fight. But it wasn't even that. Even in the striking, Bilal had his moments where he was actually Caneloing. He was being Canelo. I'm joking, obviously, but he was out-striking Leon Edwards with his pure pressure and feinting takedowns and over and over and over, coming forward, pressuring. Bilal's style worked so well against Leon Edwards this fight, and he is the new welterweight champion. They had Aspinall starch Curtis Blades. I'm just kidding. He didn't really knock him out per se because Curtis wasn't out cold, but he caught him with a shot on the feet, knocked down Curtis, and then Curtis gave his back away and just got flattened out. That in heavyweight MMA, even if you aren't hurt, even if you aren't out cold, if you are flattened out and you eat like 6 or 7 punches, the ref is going to stop it. It's heavyweight MMA. It's going to happen. So another 1 minute fast finish for Tom Aspinall. The dude is the fastest finisher the UFC has ever seen. And I don't think that he's going to relinquish that title anytime soon. I obviously had Paddy kind of outstriking Bobby with the leg kicks, and then Bobby comes in. Bobby ends up on top. He goes for the guillotine for a second, pops out, goes for the triangle, and puts Bobby to sleep. I thought he was going to break the arm at one point because it looked like he was asleep. And when you're asleep, obviously there's no resistance to the arm. So I thought he was going to break the arm. Didn't happen. Paddy ended up choking him out. Had Gregory get the upset as the underdog. Obviously, Paddy was the underdog as well. Arnold Allen go out there and outstrike Giga in round 2 and round number 3. Nathaniel Wood win round 1, win round 2, lose round 3, of course. Daniel's always dangerous, always looking for the finish, but Nathaniel was really close on finishing Daniel at a few moments in that fight. Bruna, as a 3-1 dog, dominated Molly McCann. Jake Hadley, as a 2-1 dog, pretty much dominated Kalon Loughran, which is one of my worst bets of the card. We're going to get into that. Manel Kape, I thought he was going to win that fight. I predicted him to win. He was the 2-1 underdog when the betting odds closed, which was kind of crazy. He broke his foot in round 2. I thought he won round 1, broke the foot in round 2, and all kind of went down from there. Got taken down in round 3 and lost. Oban kind of dominated, defended the takedown so well. Another one of the bets that ruined me on this card. Modestas Bukauskas, I believe he lost one of the first 2 rounds. It was 1-1 heading into the third, and then he was able to take down Marcin Prokhnov after getting hurt on the feet and got that arm triangle choke without even going to side control. It was just pure squeeze and strength. Sam Patterson, another arm triangle. A lot of arm triangles on this early prelims. And then Mick Parkin, knockout Shauna Banon decision. But let's get into the bets really quickly right here. Let's zoom in for you guys. Obviously, you can see, this is how you know we don't fake bets around here. I'm out here showing you I lost $450 on UFC 304. Let's go through them. Leon Edwards, this is the first one. This was a few weeks ago, I believe, maybe like a week and a half ago. And I saw Leon minus 200 on BetUS. And I saw most of the other bookies were already starting to have money come in on Leon. So I was like, I got to put in my money on Leon now. This is kind of right around where I would expect Leon to be when it comes to the betting odds. So I was like, you got to bet on Leon now. This is minus 200. It's not going to be like this for long. Obviously, the odds skyrocketed a little bit. A lot of money came in on Leon. It didn't matter. Like I said, Bilal freaking smashed. He looked amazing. So that's $200 down the drain in the main event. I sprinkled on Curtis because I thought 4-1 for Tom Aspinall was insane. Maybe it wasn't insane because he went out there and pretty much destroyed Curtis Blades in literally a minute. I had 1 unit on Manel Kape. I honestly thought this was a huge blank up on my part. I honestly thought the odds would end as Manel Kape is the favorite because I know his takedown defense is so good, but he was actually getting outstruck. It was crazy. He was getting outstruck at certain moments because Manel couldn't get inside and he was missing by barely inches. And Muhammad Mokaev was countering so well on the outside. Obviously, it was pretty boring, but he was countering so well and not letting Manel actually land good strikes. Of course, the broken, the broken pinky toe or thumb toe or whatever it was had to have a factor there. But I got in odds way early on Manel Kape, and they were bad. They were bad. I mean, I'm talking, I messed up so bad on betting on Manel Kape that the ending odds for Manel Kape on this UFC card were plus 180. So, yeah, that was a mess up by me. I just saw him in the plus money after he was a favorite at one point, and I was like, he's probably going to stay right around this range. Why not lock it in now in case it becomes a minus 110 situation? No. Crazy money came in on Muhammad Mokaev, and we lost that bet as well. I'm happy about this one, though. We had $50 on Bruna Brazil to win right there at plus 250. Again, I don't know how she was a 3-1 dog. I thought it literally should have been Molly minus 130, Bruna Brazil plus 110, something like that. I thought this fight was a 50-50 striking match, and it really wasn't. Bruna Brazil looked like the minus 300 favorite, which was absolutely insane. So we made $125 on that one. This one we got in really early. I'm talking like a month ago. I literally saw these odds on Mick Parkin, and I'm like, there's no way. Minus 200 is insane. This is probably my earliest bet for UFC 304. We locked in $600 on Mick Parkin. I immediately just threw as much money as I had in my bankroll on Mick Parkin because I was like, dude, the odds are going to inflate crazily. And they did. He ended at like minus 400 as expected. The next one after that, we lost. Yeah, it was bad. I got early odds on Preston Parsons as well right when they came out. But Oban Elliott looked amazing. I mean, I can't even doubt what I saw and sugarcoat it. Oban's takedown defense, I was not expecting. I thought Preston was going to be able to have the better wrestling and grappling and get the fight to the ground while keeping the striking very even. That's why I bet $230 on Preston. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get even a single takedown. Oban's takedown defense was immaculate this entire fight. So we ended up losing that one. Gregory was one of my dogs I had winning on this UFC pay-per-view. So we put $100 on him at plus 105. He looked really good. Marcin Prachnio, another one of the dogs I had winning. Again, it was 1-1 going into the third. And he actually rocked Modestas Bukauskas at the beginning of the third round. I actually believe if Modestas wasn't able to get that arm triangle and was just grinding on top, that early onslaught in round number 3 probably could have got Marcin Prachnio the win if it went to the judges' scorecards. But again, it was a value bet. I had Marcin barely edging it out, and it was a close fight. It was back and forth, but ended up losing that one. This one right here, $320. This one kind of saved me a little bit, kept me in it. 320 on Paddy by finish, decision, no action, because I really did believe, and I really was very confident that if there is a finish, it's going to be Paddy Pimblett. Because, I mean, obviously, Paddy does have his chin up in the air, but even if Bobby is able to rock Paddy and knock him down, as soon as he comes down to the ground with Paddy, I thought Paddy would be able to survive. I thought there's not really much of a chance. Bobby's able to knock him out, so I felt very good about this one. And ended up profiting $200 on that. I did hedge it a little bit. I wanted to put 100 on Paddy by decision as well, because, I mean, plus 295 kind of seemed a little bit insane, in my opinion. It seemed like a lot of value, in my opinion, for Paddy Pimblett. I was looking at what the odds were on Bobby Green by decision, and they were like plus 150 on some of the bookies. And I was like, plus 150 for Bobby Green, but plus 295 for Pimblett when I had Pimblett winning and my prediction was a decision. I thought there was a lot of value there. Nope, he got the finish, but at least we did have this on finish, decision, no action to kind of save me a little bit. Also had Gregory Rodriguez by finish, decision, no action. Again, I felt very good at the dog position on Gregory. I didn't believe, just like the Paddy fight, that, you know, even if Christian Leroy Duncan hurt Gregory, I don't think he'd be able to follow him to the ground and finish him on the ground. Same kind of thing, and he had plus money on his finish, decision, no action. Put 100 on that one, but if you watch my prediction video, I actually had As my prediction, Gregory Rodriguez by a decision, and that was plus 500. I had to put money on that one, so plus 500 got me $250 on that $50 bet. That one also is a great bet that I made on this card. And then, of course, little sprinkles here that I thought were kind of value plays. Giga Chikadze by decision. I thought it was going to be 29-28, really close back and forth, split decision type of fight. Obviously, Arnold was able to kind of control the fight in the later rounds and make me lose that bet. Kiefer by knockout, another straight value bet. Sam Patterson has his chin up a little bit too much. His chin really is not that good, and Kiefer has some power. So plus 550, I thought there's a good chance Kiefer could land and crack on that chin. My prediction was still Sam, but yeah, I ended up losing those. And then the parlays, oh my God, they were bad. They were so freaking bad. I effed up on all of them. First one, this is probably the closest one to finishing, which was plus 333. We could have profited 600. This is a bad number. Don't say this number. $666 if we would have had Kalan Loughran not go out there and not move his head and not land a single takedown. I don't know what he was doing. I felt good about him being bigger, being the better striker, and getting the takedowns. He didn't get the takedowns, and he wasn't the better striker because he's just eating punches. That ruined it for me right there, because I could have profited. That was a, what was it, $866 swing just right there alone. If that one would have won, if Kalan Loughran would have won, instead of losing 450, we probably would have won 450 right there. But Kalan looked pretty bad in the fight. I don't know, maybe he was having an off night, but yeah, it happens. Nathaniel Wood kind of dominated round 1, round 2. We got that one very easily. Chikadze Allen goes to a decision. I felt very good about that one. I had that one in a lot of my parlays. And then Rodriguez Duncan to start round 2. Also, Bobby Green not to finish. Again, I was very confident Bobby not going to get the finish. Everything cashed, but Kalan, you ruined me, man. You ruined me, but I'm not mad at you. It's just betting. I put the money, I put the risk, so I'm not mad at you, Kalan. You know, work on the striking defense and work on the takedowns. Mick Parkin, we had this one I made a few days ago, actually. Mick Parkin, Preston Parsons, and Kalan. Again, I was weirdly very confident on Preston to get those takedowns and weirdly confident on Kalan Loughran to outstrike and get those takedowns. They just, they were the ruin on this card. Obviously, we had the last one here. This was the long shot I made. Leon Edwards wins by decision. That one lost. Green Pimplet starts round 2. Didn't start round 2. Pimplet freaking choked out. Choked out Bobby in one round. Duncan Rodriguez start round 2. That one cashed. Alan Chikadze goes to the decision. That one cashed. And then, of course, the ones that are not looking too good. Kalan Loughran and Preston Parsons. They were in a lot of my parlays. So, not a horrible card. I mean, again, last week we made $1,710. We had a great card last week. This one, it really did come down to Kalan Loughran. If Kalan would have won, we would have had a great card. And again, a few moments here and there, like the Manel Cop one. If he didn't break his toe, you never know what's gonna happen there. And yeah, lost money, but again, I'm transparent. If you ever ask me how much did you win on whatever fight night, I'll give you the answer. I don't care. If I lose money, if I win money, I'll give you the answer on how much I won. But great card nonetheless. I actually enjoyed it a lot, even though it's currently 2 a.m. for me. That's lucky. That's lucky because it's like 8 a.m. and they were starting the card at like 11 p.m. for the UK fans. So I feel bad. I feel very, very bad. But those are the betting results. Again, thank you guys for watching, and tune in for the full card predictions for UFC Abu Dhabi coming up soon.